Yeah, I got it all over.
Well, this is my season.
Why is that?
Oh, yeah. I keep everybody warm. What I got going on.
Hey, Joe, you know what I noticed?
What?
Heineken caps?
Mm-hmm.
Much easier to bend than, what the hell was this one? There was the other one we had down here. That was pretty hard to rip in half.
Turn that on.
What was the other?
And let me give you.
The new or something like that. Newcastle? Was it Newcastle? No.
You know what we can't talk
They look
about?
like Newcastle.
The nut that robbed the Trustco bank.
There's a nut that robbed the Trustco bank?
The one up in the comments. Robbed the bank in his getaway car. The 905. Bus.
What is this?
Kathy, right in the comments. We're targeted. Trustco bank right there. In the
Yeah.
All right, we'll do this fairly, and I'll qualify this in a moment. White guy or black guy?
He got on the bus. That was a black guy.
That's what I thought. You're like, okay, we're gonna do this whole show. Yep. All right. Guy who
That's
wants
a bit. That's a bit on the show already.
We were actually a little live. YouTube's were going.
There's a show that does guess the race on XM with crimes. They give you 3 choices: white, black, or other. I just lost my mic too, by the way. Everything's gone. Oh no, it's back. You unplugged that one, and everything came back on me. Or you turned something back up. I don't know.
Over there. You got ears, Steve?
Yeah, I got ears.
No, you can hear.
I
Hey,
think I can hear.
Yes.
you got YouTube going?
Say it again.
Yes.
Yes, I can hear you.
Twitter?
Louder.
A little bit louder. Yeah.
A little bit louder.
Check.
Yeah,
Check.
that's better.
Check. 1, 2. You got YouTube going?
Yes.
Twitter?
Yes.
Facebook?
Yes.
Did you hit the live button?
I'm doing that now.
All right. I'm just running down the checklist, man.
Oh, I did write that.
Doing my
Okay,
job.
good. You can hear me okay?
Yep.
All right. Then you're not a woman.
Nope.
I just wrote that in my head.
Write it down. Write it down. Write this down, folks. Pipedream on the Comedypipe Radio Network. Welcome to the show. My friends call me 3D. Please stay tuned for the potentially most interactive comedy radio show on the planet. Go to comedypipe.com. Click on the YouTube live link. Watch the show. Interact with the show. I will be in the chat room shortly. Go to the Twitter at Comedypipe. You can Skype us by using Comedypipe. Jefferson knows everything is Comedypipe, and he has a well-written checklist.
Sure
that
do.
we did go down.
Yes, we did.
I think we've
Pre-flight
accomplished
check.
everything.
Like Bill Belichick. Do your job, baby.
There you go. Thank
I
you
don't know
for
who
the
that is, but
inspirational
it's a
moment
Good quote.
from Jefferson by Bill Belichick,
That's right.
I guess.
Yep.
Okay. Joe Green,
Do your
Hi.
job.
do your job.
I'm doing it right now.
Okay. Thank you. I don't know if you had any other jobs that you.
No, I just sit here quietly,
Okay.
make things awkward, and bring the show to a screeching halt.
Yes. Well, well done. And welcome back to the show, the one and only D. Watson.
Hey, everybody.
Hey now.
It's going to be one of these
I'm
shows.
actually here.
We're going to pry it out
3 white guys and me.
Uh-oh.
I'm the only one wearing a coat.
That sounds like
of
a
three
sick
white guys and me.
That sounds like a sitcom.
Yeah. That's kind
3
of
white guys.
But on
and-
HBO because of all the sex.
Oh dear.
It's
Just
gonna-
went right. That's it. We just slid right
That's,
on
That's
that.
how we
see,
roll.
as the post said, you will potentially leave here again a changed person, just
Right.
by
You know, I went back and watched the last show that I was on, just so I could remember exactly what was going on, because I didn't remember anything. We had fun.
we always do.
Yes.
No matter what happens on the
Yes.
show, it
always
is
a good
always a fun time.
It's a time warp of fun. It's a blur.
It's that is the biggest complaint we get from almost all of our guests.
That's
that
it. It's over.
yeah, when I wrap up the show,
Yeah.
they're like, "Wait a minute, that was like
That was
that was
it.
like 10 minutes." And
Yep.
you're like, no. About the 10-minute mark, I stopped looking to see if the technology is working, and then we get into the show. It's been an interesting week in the world.
It has? What's
Yeah.
going on?
I don't know. It's ever changing. I'm not gonna no specifics. It's just,
ISIS is doing a lot of renovating.
yes, they're always they're very
They're
efficient.
adding some patina to some antiques.
Wait, what?
They're blowing shit up.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah,
Well,
that's
just
just
Don't be using those big words.
That's
We don't
just
know
what they
you're
do.
talking about.
Yeah, but they're blowing up like
Columns.
like ancient artifacts and stuff.
Really?
In museums. Yeah, they're
Where are
just
they
being,
doing that?
Everywhere.
No shit.
They're just being.
Which is an interesting part of this conversation because it's like they're killing people. And we're like, oh my God, those columns.
No,
Yeah.
you can't get those back.
Everybody in Niskayuna is outraged. You know? For the listeners, that's a
Very white.
it's
See,
an uptight white.
we're only 5 minutes on the show, and that's when I realized somehow I managed to post last week's YouTube video in this week's
Oh.
post.
Well, it's a good thing I shared today's on Facebook, then, isn't it?
Yeah, no, because that's still gonna link them to this post, which is incorrect.
Well, now I'm watching the video right here.
What the fuck? Well, I still think this is incorrect. So as
It's a little delay, but
that's the power of the internet right there.
This
Yeah, but
is-
what I have posted up on
that's to
on
be
the
expected.
on the-
See, you just wave.
Comedy Pipe pages.
That's
is
me
so
on TV.
incorrect.
Yeah, look,
I
Ma.
love it. You know, it's one of those things that no matter how many shows you do, 221, something still.
Has to.
You're a slave to the technology. Am I right?
I'm sorry,
Yeah.
slave. Did you say slave?
I didn't
Yeah.
mean that.
But he's not wrong.
Come on.
It's no matter if it breaks, what do I do?
Fix it.
There you go.
Mhm.
It's that type of relationship, and
Mm.
I just why can't shit just work?
Because the world is just not, we can't. Our government can't even just work. So
Yeah, but that's
What-
complicated.
what
This is
makes you
just a
think you
fucking- This is just a bunch of audio wires. This shouldn't be complicated here.
no, audio is always complicated.
What I don't get is how it's different week to week.
Yes, yes, that is my biggest frustration.
Keep
Is
you on
it's-
your toes.
It's nothing stagnant.
Because you don't use it once we're gone,
No,
right? Like
it gets moved
Odin
around.
doesn't come down
Yeah.
here and put on a show.
Well, this
with-
isn't even anything that could have been broken by moving an object. This is me fucking up by copy and pasting the wrong thing. That's the worst part of it.
Yeah,
It's
Odin-
nothing.
If he had a podcast,
that damn
like,
copy paste
potty
gets you
training.
every time.
Yeah, this isn't something I can blame on the kid at all.
That's right. I have
Pulling out
different
wires.
shows going on, and I do the same thing with the link to the tickets.
Yep. Yeah.
And then I click on it, and I'm like, oh no, that's not the right show. Those aren't the people.
I just went to porn.
It is so goddamn frustrating. I just went right to porn.
It's everything come back to porn with you people. Never mind. I withdraw the question.
Yes.
It's kind
Withdraw the question.
It's kind of how the world works.
Nope. I
these
withdraw the
days.
question. I withdraw the question.
Fair enough. We've got plenty of porn topics in the,
I like
in
to
the
steer
book.
towards PBS.
His personal fave. The porn,
I got a lot
the
of
porn
beefs
on
with those
PBS.
I got a lot of beefs with those people.
PBS?
Oh yeah.
Why?
Okay.
Don't get me started, Joe says.
Haven't you been here for previous shows or read any of his Facebook posts? Any of them?
Some. I'm not up to date on
Because
my.
there's been quite a few rants specifically on PBS.
Really?
I can't recall them all. But
Oh,
Is
yeah,
it
no,
Sesame
he's-
Street that bothers you? Is that what it is?
I don't think that's on PBS anymore.
Well, that's
But-
true. That's right.
Yeah, like they're doing like Jack Horkheimer. He was the astronomer, the astrology guy.
Yep.
Yeah, they could just play reruns of him instead of this. They have this white guy, black guy. They're dressed exactly the same, but they're across the screen from one another. And they're not like pointing at things. It's just this awkward distance. And they're talking about astronomy. And I'm like, just go back to the Horkheimer reruns like they do with Julia Child. They rerun her stuff because cooking is timeless. And so are the fucking stars. What's with the new guys? Like, you don't have to. The stars haven't moved that much that you have to redo it. Stargazer with awkwardness.
Yeah. No, it
Instead of
was,
Jack Horkheimer, who was like flamboyantly gay sounding. Stargazers, tonight we're going to look at Orion's belt. You know, it was like theater. It was great.
he
how
had
old
some
are you
flair.
again?
Yeah, 43.
You don't remember that guy?
I remember
Yes.
Mr. Goodbody.
Yeah.
I watched
Oh,
about
fuck yeah.
1 minute of Mr. Goodbody. I'm like, his guts are on the outside. I'm
I
fucking
do
done.
remember Mr. Goodbody. Mr. Goodbody, I remember. But who was
I
that
don't
other
remember
guy?
this guy you're talking about though.
The Stargazer guy.
No.
Jack Ork. Oh, he was great. And he was always at the end of the show. They would like do this really cheesy special effect where they'd put him. He would float up and then be sitting on the edge of a crescent moon where like the point was kind of in his butt. It was hilarious. The innuendo was fantastic. But
You
the
had a
new-
lot of time on your hands, didn't you, Joe?
I just like to learn.
I remember Zoom.
Zoom.
Was that the
Zoom?
drawing show?
Oh, you're
No.
so young, sweetheart.
Oh,
Mm-mm.
Zoom. No,
Reading
that
that was
was-
Reading Rainbow, and that was one with Bill Cosby when he had the.
Yeah, Mortimer.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
You don't remember Zoom?
Yeah, no, I got.
If you
nothing
have to
on
jog my memory, the name.
Oh, Zoom was the kids. They all came out and danced. Come on and Zoom, 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 Zoom.
Oh, I probably walked the dog during that.
Did what during that?
Walk the dog. We always had shepherds, dogs.
Oh,
and
okay,
stuff
you're
like
walking the dog.
Yeah.
That's why I don't have dogs. 'Cause I'm not
Like-
walking anybody out.
Like
now.
people really like. I didn't like Scooby Doo when I was a kid. I was like, eh.
You were always the meddling
You're
kid.
one of those meddling kids, weren't you?
Oh, I was Old Man Withers in the fun park. No, I just didn't dig
Was
it.
it for
'Cause
those
it's like,
meddling kids?
here's this dog, and he's just an asshole. And then Scrappy came
Now,
along.
why is Scooby Doo an asshole?
Yeah,
Please
that's
tell
why
me. Please enlighten me and the audience.
He doesn't use any of his senses. He's a dog.
Yeah.
What
But
do you
he's
mean?
just
He
like,
smells all the time.
Ruh-roh. Yeah, and he's always like wrong and scaring the shit out of people.
It's just because him and Shaggy are high.
Yeah.
Mm.
Oh,
There is
my.
I don't
Just
knock
learn-
it that much. It
Just
just
learned
sucks.
something new just then.
That's what happens here every week.
Mhm.
You learn something.
I don't think I've ever shared that before. It's not a bit. That's
It should be. It should be a bit.
it's along the lines of Balloon Pilot, Scooby Doo. I just
You should write that down because.
You're lucky you don't have to watch kid shows these days.
Oh yes. I don't
Oh,
have
yes.
to watch them anymore either. But the kid shows when my kids were not the kid shows that I watched when I was a little kid.
This shit's creepy. Like the younger they are, the creepier it is.
Is your kid watching Yo Gabba Gabba?
He was into Yo Gabba Gabba for a very, very short period of time.
That is
That was trippy.
wow.
But there was something about Yo Gabba Gabba that just brought me back to my youth. Not like
What were you doing as a youth?
Oh,
He's
drugs.
watching Howard Stern
Drugs.
watching
Lots of
Gabba
drugs.
Gabba. Yo,
Yeah.
Gabba Gabba. Hey.
No, it was. He has one stuffed animal that is one of the Yo Gabba Gabba characters.
Well, that was after my kids grew up, but
Stop saying
I
Yo
did
Gabba
hear
Gabba.
about it. My daughter was like, "You have to watch this just for a minute, Mom, because it's."
Well,
it's trippy.
I'm sure she had Teletubbies lined up for you.
Oh yeah,
that's-
Teletubbies.
did you
Yeah.
did you
we
escape?
didn't watch any of that.
Did you escape Blue's Clues?
No.
No,
You
no.
got sucked into that.
All Blues Clues is a big part of our
With the-
life.
I can- yeah.
The-
It's
the
like,
new
don't
guy?
rerun.
The new guy or
Both.
the old?
The new guy is way creepier than the old guy. Way creepier.
Wow, that's kicking it up.
It's so, they not only is it a new person, but they didn't give him like a new attitude. He is the same fucking person, just
The same
in a
character.
different
Different
skin.
guy.
Yeah,
They just
yeah,
gave
to,
him the
to a
script.
T, and it is hella creepy.
So he's a Blues Clues cover guy.
No, you got to go Blues Clues.
No,
You
I'm
gotta-
No, I'm not doing any of that.
You know what to do.
Blues.
Sit down in your
Clues.
thinking chair and
Mhm.
think.
And I read an article about the guy that did it, the first guy, the original.
Think.
I say that to my kid when he's bad. Get your thinking chair and think what you did.
Mhm.
Yeah, it
The original guy quit because he was going bald.
Yep.
doesn't sound like he quit. It sounds like he was fired.
No, he
Nope,
left.
he
left
really
the show 'cause
did
he was
quit.
going bald. He was
Huh.
like, it would be creepy if they saw me getting old on the show, like I'm going bald. And he's like, it's going to be a year or two.
Why
Yeah.
would kids even care about that? Kids don't care about bald. They don't care.
Well, look at Fred Rogers.
Yeah.
He was mad old
Yeah,
when we were
but he-
watching him.
But that was the character.
and he also wasn't
Mhm.
bald.
No, he wasn't bald. You're right.
He was
Yeah.
stable. He was stable. Sweater, take your shoes off, be polite.
As
Had
a
train.
child,
That guy was tripping balls, by the way.
As a child, the complete lack of hair would be the last thing
You
that
wouldn't
I
think
can be on
about.
my mind.
I'm sure you wouldn't
for-
think of it. No, but
Mr. Wizard was thin. He had thin hair.
Mr. Wizard.
Yeah.
Is that the one with Peabody and Sherman? No.
Mr. Wizard, that was a bald guy. That was
Yeah.
a bald.
He was like the
Nickelodeon.
cool high school science teacher. Yeah.
Oh.
But he'd bring all the kids over to his house
Because he was
Sounds
a
kinda
pedophile.
creepy.
Yeah,
Sounds a
yeah.
little creepy.
It is.
No, when you watch it back, it is very creepy.
Is it really?
Yeah, like every
Yeah.
time he raises his hand, the kids flinch.
Yeah, it's kind of creepy. And if you love creepy, check out Dave Canyon's podcast, the Dumbing It Down with Dave podcast, the fastest podcast on earth, driving to and from work, telling you life how it ought to be.
What a-
Show number 58, stuck in the middle with you. Please stop the hatred.
Oh, I love that song.
And 57, my edited appearance on Jason Smith's Deplorable Radio Show. I wonder what edited means. Let's read this real quick. It was during a snowstorm. An edited version. Okay. I don't think they edited. Oh, excuse me.
Yeah, right over there?
No, it was not fun for me right there.
That didn't look fun.
Anything specific out, I think they just cut it for time like they do to a full
Is the name of it deplorable, or is that what he's calling it?
Is that a description? Is that what you think?
No, I believe that is the name of the show, the Deplorable Radio Show. From Jason Smith.
That sounds fun.
Deplorable.
And just the OCD in me, somewhere, Dave, on 57, you forgot an end quote.
Uh-oh.
I don't know. I think it's
Very
Jason
unprofessional.
Well, we need to have him
Smith
carted
end-
off.
end
That's
quote.
cr-
Email him
that's
at
just
dumbing it down.
ridiculous.
Email him at dumbingitdown.yahoo.com. Tell him 3D sent you.
Mm-hmm. They'll probably kick you out if you tell them that, but whatever.
But I'll just get lots of text.
The last one I ripped PBS for was they have this spy animals, and they keep calling them spy animals, and it's just these cheap. They're okay.
They looked
They're
better than just a decoy.
Yeah, I call them Chuck E. Cheese animatronics.
There you go. I'll
Yeah,
give you
just
the
terrible.
Chuck E.
Like
Cheese.
click clack, you know. And yeah, they
Wait, I
have these
missed that.
cameras. Like
I
they have
am
a
going to
camera
Chuck E. Cheese
in
this Sunday.
one
The
of the
camera
eyes.
with one of their eyes?
Yeah, and it will
That sounds creepy.
it'll be like
Yeah.
a robotic alligator or a robotic gazelle or whatever animal, like penguin, name it, you know. And but every time they're like, and spy penguin is joining. Like, we get it. Like, they go through like 30 different animals in the show, and the weird thing is the best footage they get is filming the animals reacting to it, like the actual spy, the camera in the eye. It does jack shit. It sucks. That's why I was like, you're, PBS, your show sucks. You should watch your own shows once in a while, because
You're not very
Watch the back.
self-aware.
yeah, the whole robot angle. It's like,
Did you ever see the video online where the monkeys like mourn over a fake monkey like that?
that was the one they knocked.
Yeah.
They knocked it over, and
Yeah.
it didn't sit up, and it malfunctioned or something. Yeah, and it
And it
lay
was
there.
twitching out, and they never seen that shit before.
Yeah,
So-
and all the like I think it was baboons, and they all gathered around, and they were all like, "Oh fuck, somebody killed that." Like they were that aware of
Yeah, it was crazy.
Their empathy was impressive, but it was like, it wasn't filmed by the robot that's supposed to film this shit.
I want to see that angle.
Just put a stuffed animal out there that smells like bacon and see what happens. I'd be an asshole about it and spend all that money.
Get the same output for way cheaper.
Yeah,
Yeah,
You
well
are
done.
something else.
I've seen
Joe.
way better nature specials than that.
Got a
That was-
favorite TV show, D?
My favorite TV show right now, I don't know why, Blue Bloods. I love Blue Bloods.
Oh,
Is it because of
Tom
the
Selleck.
mustache?
I love Tom Selleck. Yes, I do.
Well,
He's-
when I say the mustache, I mean Tom Selleck.
I know that.
probably-
I know that exactly what you mean.
He doesn't color it. He's-
Well, there's Tom Selleck, and then there is the mustache.
They're separate beings, are
They
they?
are separate beings.
I want them together.
Okay.
That didn't sound too creepy, did it?
No.
No, I like Blue
No,
Bloods.
you know what you want.
I do. I like that
give me
show.
rug burn anytime.
No, I don't want rug burn. No, that I don't want.
No, I mean from like the whiskers.
Yeah.
Is it my rug? That never mind. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
It was so bad. See, you guys, I'm not coming on this show ever again.
But
Never.
you are
That's
leaving
it.
a changed person.
That was
That's-
two
that was-
words, and that was hilarious. Myra. It dropped off. At the
Well done. Well,
Well, all right then. It's
well
ruined
done.
my entire reputation just then.
Well, let's build your reputation back up. What shows you got coming up?
What
Because
shows?
we know you are a busy, busy woman.
Well, tomorrow night I'll be at Cabot Comedy Club in Chicopee, Massachusetts.
Does that have
Chickapee.
anything to do
Chickapee.
with
It's a hall.
the cheese place?
I don't know if there's cheese there.
Cabot. They have cheese.
Oh yeah, Cabot.
Okay.
It might, because I think that's where they make the cheese in Cabot, Massachusetts. I think
I thought it was Chicopee, man.
it is Chicopee, but Cabot
Oh.
can't be far away if the comedy club is called Cabot Comedy Club.
Or the guy's last name is just Cabot.
Or,
Hey,
or
Cabot.
none of us know what the hell we're talking about. How about that?
It's too many.
That is always a
Plausible.
great possibility in this.
Yeah.
world.
They paid me in fucking cheddar. Oh, is this slang for money? No.
Was it sharp?
That's we'll segue slightly into Cheddar there. Cheddar was the main villain in the movie Keanu that I introduced you to. today.
Wow, dude, Cosmic
Played
Tumblers.
by one and only,
Oh yeah, the Cosmic Tumblers are crazy with me lately.
and this will tie Jefferson in a little bit. Played by the one and only Redman.
The rapper Redman?
Yeah.
Oh. You don't know how lucky you are that I even know that.
That
No,
was-
the math teacher,
That's, it.
Redman.
That's why I pointed at Jefferson. He's our resident rap guy.
The rap guy.
The rap guy.
The rap guy.
The
The,
rap guy.
You
the,
know my
the
taste.
white rap
Yeah.
guy.
The white
yeah.
rap
He
guy.
introduced me to Wu-Tang Clan 20 years ago.
Uh-huh.
I'm the
Uh-huh.
Eminem of this
It
joint.
was a good
He
day.
totally is. Oh yeah.
20 years ago, he's like, you got to listen to this. I'm like, what is this? And then my head started bopping. I'm like, I hate you. I'm not listening.
And that was it.
That's
You were done.
Gotcha.
Wu-Tang. What's on the list, Joe?
Oh, I'm about to show you a picture.
Oh,
Tom Selleck with no mustache.
Well, that's no fun. You need to have the mustache.
Let me see.
Right.
It doesn't even look human. Jeez.
Mustache makes him human?
Yeah.
When did
Let me
Kenny
see
Rogers
it.
shave his
Just
beard?
point.
See?
Yeah, no,
I'm right, aren't I?
It's two different people. I'll give him that with and without, but I actually think he's better looking without. Like, if I'm just gonna.
Without?
What, are you going to
Yeah,
fuck him?
without. No.
Well,
He would tear you up. He's a big dude.
he is a big guy now. Yeah, he is.
Put on
That's,
some.
he's not the only reason why I like the show, though. I like the family aspect of it.
Hmm.
That they're all cops.
Did you get sucked into This Is Us? Even though-
Yes.
Yeah. Yep.
What's
See,
that?
See what this is what it is, Jefferson. When This Is Us comes on the TV, I leave.
Oh, so you don't know what it is?
Oh,
either.
I'm very aware of what it is.
Oh, okay.
And it's drama on top of drama on
Yep.
top of crime
Yep.
and more drama.
Sadness.
And then the twist.
There's
He's
more.
the father.
There's always more than
Yeah.
one twist. It's not
Yeah,
just
no,
one
it's-
twist.
And all the stories are somewhat intertwined, and
Yep.
it's
And
apparently a very good show.
I'm probably going to end up stop watching it because a lot of times they do flashbacks.
Yeah.
So you're like, okay, so are we?
Oh, if you miss an episode.
No,
Or
no,
whatever.
no, no, no. I mean flashbacks within an episode where they're going back to when they were little kids, and then they go back to when they're adults. And I got confused. I didn't even know. I didn't even know which
Yep.
one was. I didn't know what was going on. My kids have to explain to me because
Why did that little
I'm
boy
old.
shoot that guy?
They
No,
got to
he's
do
back
like the
later.
shit from Wayne's World.
yeah, yeah, that would be helpful actually. That would be helpful. But yeah,
Make it
that's
known.
why I stopped watching How to Get Away with Murder because they
Yeah.
the flashbacks. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
What time is it? I don't understand.
I think Jefferson had the most valid point there. There needs to be some indication
Yes.
of the trippy effect.
Yes,
of,
trippy
of
effect would be
flashback.
helpful. It would.
Something, not just cuts.
Probably
like
Viola
cut
Da-
scene and then
Tried and
Viola
true.
Davis probably
Yeah.
wouldn't go for that though.
I don't know. I am finding, if we're talking cutscene here, I'm playing the new Resident Evil game.
How is it? I've heard it's good.
I'm playing it in VR,
Oh,
and it's
have you shit yet?
Your
Your pants, I mean.
3, and then the 4th I pinched it.
Okay.
And I was able to make it. So, but 3 total.
Okay.
Yeah, it's very very in your face. But the way they kind of do the cutscenes and the backstory is through VHS tapes.
Huh.
And you
Who
VHS
has that?
tape? Well, it's if you saw this house, you're lucky they have power. Because it is this dilapidated shithole
In the game?
In
oh
the
yeah,
game,
in the
yeah.
game.
Oh, I thought you actually had to have a VHS player to
No,
do
to
it.
play
I'm
the
like,
game,
really?
no,
You have a
yeah.
virtual
I was
reality game
confused,
with a
too.
VHS
VHS
tape instruction
Right.
manual?
That's-
That doesn't sound right.
Somebody
They
needs
got a
to
little
be-
tracking dial on the side of the goggles.
Yeah, no,
Why is the screen flipping?
but it does kind of flip, and then you get the bars, and
This is like Cinemax porn.
when you play the tape, you become the character. So then you get to actually play through the experience that's on the tape.
Okay.
And the first one that kind of introduces you to part of the game, you're the camera guy, and they're recording this haunted house type thing, and you go in there and scary shit happens and you shit your pants, and you've only been playing the game for 3 minutes. And so then you got to go rinse, wash, and repeat and hope that it doesn't happen in that game session. But yeah,
Don't
it's-
invite your black friends to come play that
yeah, no, it's
because you know what's gonna happen. They're gonna leave.
hey, well,
First stuff that jumps out talking about woo, whatever.
oh,
They're
dude,
out.
this is the most
That is such a white people thing.
creepy game I've put my eyes on. You know, I thought Dead Space was kind of bad,
Mm.
and that is just gory.
That's creepy.
This is real life foul.
Yeah. Really.
Have you guys seen those
Oh.
Halloween videos?
That
where the
burp
people-
sounded a little
it's-
foul.
Thank you.
I love those Halloween videos where it's like somebody jumps out of a garbage can or something, and it's always the black kids. They don't hesitate. They don't have, yeah, wham! And they
God.
poke, it's like they pass out from behind the hay bale on the porch and thing, and they're like, boo, knocked out. It's just- I fucking
That is correct.
love it. So yeah, she's right. Don't do
Yep.
that.
Ask questions later. Fucking hell.
Yeah,
That's why you don't find us in horror movies
like,
much.
unless you're
White
not,
hang
people,
around.
white people are like, ah, and then they laugh.
Running
They're
in
stupid.
place.
Yeah,
even
they do
even
the-
even my big ass would be gone.
this game, the guy that sits next to me at work is playing it as well, and I hadn't seen him in the last day. So when he came in this morning,
He's doing laundry.
Yeah, well, the first thing I asked him was, "So how many times did you shit your pants?" Because I know you played the game. He's like, "Yeah, it got me a whole bunch of times. It gets you."
Mm-mm.
And then this one part I kept playing over and over because I couldn't figure it out. Like when you die, this just old, hideous, just decrepit, like what I'm describing this like death, not just ugly. Is
like the woman in the bathtub in The Shining.
Yeah, oh no, yeah.
Oh, she was so hot at first.
I know, right?
Yeah, I was like, I saw that. I was a little kid, and I was like, oh yeah. And then she was in the tub, and I'm like, yeah, no, I killed it. You should have cut that scene.
Oh my gosh.
See, I want to play it, but it sounds like it's not even worth playing without VR.
No, I think you'll be all right.
Yeah?
Just turn the lights off.
All right.
You'll shit your pants less.
Okay.
You'll do less laundry.
Which is nice.
You'll do less laundry.
That's nice.
That's what it comes down to.
Just play it naked.
So I should play with like a rubber sheet on my chair?
Yes.
Now just go buy Depends.
Okay.
Just make it easy. Just
Fair enough.
make it easy.
Those are like grown-up pull-ups, aren't they?
Yes,
Well,
that's
that way,
exactly,
that's
exactly what they are.
Because then you don't have to stop playing.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah. And you know you're gonna die. So
And who hasn't wondered what it's like to sit there in your own filth for a couple hours, right?
Yeah. My kid does it all too often. Yeah.
Oh boy.
Not for hours, but long
Sure,
enough
sure.
where it's like this one doesn't smell, and you've been sitting in it for 45 minutes.
Oh my God.
Most of them reek, so you know the second it happens.
Does he have a code? Like full taco? Or something? I mean,
He has a pooping spot and a grunt. Is pretty much what it is. There's when you see him waddle over to the pooping spot.
He hides behind the couch like a cat.
That's
just
exactly
poops
what he does. He goes behind the couch. There's a large area behind the couch. That's where all his toys are. He waddles behind the couch, and then he'll put his hands because the TV's on, so he wants to watch what's on TV. So you'll see his knuckles just on the edge of the back of the couch, and his eyes.
His eyes bugging out of his head.
Yeah, and then you just hear. And then you look back, and his knuckles are still there, but you can't see his head, and that's because he's bearing down. And he's just still like this.
Bite your bottom lip and give it hell, kid.
And then eventually the knuckles go down, and he's like full just crouch.
Yeah,
And
the hunt for Red October behind the couch. One ping only. Boom.
Yeah, that's my son's pooping habits right there.
Oh shit.
Wow.
That's not even exaggerated. That is just.
It is what it is, right?
Yeah.
Oh, he's not in his pooping spot. I can't find him. Where the hell is he?
Like I smell him, but he's not in his pooping
I
spot.
hope there's not footprints in his pooping
Oh.
spot.
If anyone, like you're saying, he keeps watching the show. You know, he's at Woodstock. And he's behind the car hood, whatever, it's in the living room, but in his mind, it's like he's in a different spot. Think about it, and
Do you have to explain this to guests when they come to the house?
What?
What?
Pooping spot?
What?
Explain the show. Explain pooping spot. What specifically are we?
Yes,
Gallagher
pooping
behind the
Pooping
couch.
spot, yeah.
spot. Don't people wonder what he's doing back there?
Well, they don't ever see my kid. So
No, you keep him closeted.
have you
away?
seen my child ever?
I haven't.
No, because my kid's in bed by the time we do the show. So
True.
So if anybody ever says he has ADD,
Mhm.
no,
No, he's got
he
OCD.
can focus while he's
got
just behind the
OCD.
couch. He doesn't lose a minute of Thomas the Train.
So what would happen if you guys were to like rearrange the furniture in your living room and you put the back of the couch up against the wall?
He'd fucking freak out.
Really? Okay.
And that may make him
See, that would
like become potty trained instead of shitting in his diaper. Because he's like, I gotta find a new spot. I'm like, hey, how about the
How
fucking
about the
toilet?
toilet? Yeah. Let's try
Go
that.
shit in that thing. You walking me every day while I'm
I don't
shitting.
know.
Let's
Maybe
you
think of
try
a way
it
to
too.
make it fun, like food coloring in the water.
The simple in thing is to put Cheerios in the
So he has a
toilet.
target.
They're gonna eat them.
Yeah. I'm like, that's
What is
not
it,
a
bobbing for
fantastic idea.
Cheerios?
Yeah, I'm like, this is a horrible idea. Can we find something else that he
remember that
doesn't
commercial.
like?
You can never sink a Cheerio.
Yeah, that's
Bombs away.
we haven't done it, and I'm not a fan of that idea. I understand the concept, but
No,
Let's
you don't
find
put
something.
food.
So it's
yeah,
You gotta be sitting there and looking down in his leg.
Yeah, no one can hear you.
I know.
I mean, if you're gonna
It was good,
put food in the toilet, be smart about it. Do like alphabets. They still learn.
Hit the A. Hit the A.
Yeah.
Look, I
Hit the
spelled
B, hit
shit.
the B.
This is just all ooze.
No, he is in
You're
the
not gonna learn anything.
he is in the calling people poopy phase. I love you, Daddy Poopy.
Why?
I don't. That's just.
No, that's what he asked me a ton
Oh
of times
yes,
the other
yeah.
day.
He was.
Why?
Oh, why? The
Yeah.
why stage.
Yeah,
That's wonderful.
he went to
isn't it?
work with my wife, and my wife works with our good.
That's when you need a
Pal
squirt
Jefferson.
gun. Why?
So
Like a
at some
cat.
point, my wife texts me and goes, "Yeah, I just sent Odin back with Nick." I'm like, "Oh, this
Which
is
was fine. It was
yeah,
cool.
oh, yeah." I'm like, "This is gonna be fantastic. I can't wait." How
To
soon?
hear all about it.
Well, no, until Nick texts me. Your son is here, and I want to punch him. You know,
No, he doesn't like my toys though.
what toys do you have? You
I
have
don't
those
have
robots?
very good ones. I got a couple of those robots that
I was
we got.
surprised. Yeah, we were surprised he didn't get on those.
He did. He smashed them into my arm for a little while, and then he got tired of that. And then I gave him the Colossus toy that I have, the little X-Man, and
Yep.
Cyclops.
Okay.
He wasn't very interested in those for a long time.
Hmm.
Then I got a little, very small Daryl and a zombie from The Walking Dead, really, really small.
He's
Those-
hot.
Those kept his interest for even less time, and then he went back up to Amber.
But what I don't know what the question you asked me, but I'm like, well,
Oh, he kept asking me why he
why?
was gray, silver.
Yeah, oh yeah, he
Who's
keeps
this?
asking me why questions about the X-Men.
Who's
I'm
this
like-
Colossus? Why? I don't know. That's his name. Why is he silver? I don't know.
Don't you
That's his
understand the
power.
story? What are you fucking 3?
Yeah. So
Yes.
I had to explain to Jefferson that the only way to win the Y war is to stop fucking answering. Just stop.
I felt bad. You know, he's talking. I got to answer.
No, that's the
Dude,
problem with this.
do
period.
not
He's
return those
not-
texts.
He's not asking why. It sounds logical.
Yeah.
It's a rhetorical fucking question that's a twitch or a tick. It is just a tick.
It's a rhetorical twitch. Yes, that's brilliant.
Yeah, I'll write it down. I'll
He's
never
just
use it.
asking why, just to be asking why.
But yeah,
He doesn't really want to know why.
yeah. Do you want a hot dog or pizza for dinner? Why? No, there's no backing to that brain process. It's just a loaded, and he can physically say it
Mhm.
easily.
Yep.
He learned what it means, and then at the beginning he was asking appropriate why questions, and then it just became this tick. So the only way to win the why war is stop fucking answering
There you
the
go.
question.
I'll remember that the next
Yeah.
snou day.
Start asking him questions.
That's why
what you
that's why
really
he'll
do.
when I see him, he'll be like, "Hi," and I just stare at him.
Yeah.
I'm a velociraptor around him. I just fucking like, I could eat you. Just
But he
stare at him
loves
all
Joe.
weird, but
Just tapping it.
No. He loves Uncle Joe.
yeah, I'm the fun guy.
Everybody loves Uncle Joe.
I'm the fun guy.
Did you go through the why phase with your kids?
Of course. Of
How
course.
did you cope?
Pretty much not answering after a while.
Yeah, that's
And my son actually didn't. When he started talking in full sentences right away because he has 2 sisters who talked for him. Yeah.
Yeah.
So one day they weren't there. It was just me and him.
And he's talking in full
And he
sentences
said
that
to
make no
me-
sense.
Walked up to me at the sink and said, "Mom, could I have something to drink?" That was his first words. Mom, could I have something to drink? And of course, I have no witnesses. It was just me and him.
See, but
And then he did your
Mom.
taxes. That's like,
That's
like the
impressive.
first thing is
no,
full sentence.
to really impress you, but Mom, can I have something to drink, please?
Please, yes, that would have been.
That's where we're struggling
Yeah,
right
that would have
now.
been.
see, my first impulse would have been probably to hit him.
Just you-
Like, you could talk this whole fucking time.
Here we've been
Fucking do
guessing
it.
what the heck you want, and you
Yeah.
can talk.
Now you're like, do you have any Cabernet?
Or some great
Pardon me. Yeah, I was gonna say, pardon me. Do you have any green-
You've been holding out on me, you little fucking.
Yeah, but a little boy with 2 sisters, he don't get to talk much.
He picked up on it. Full sentence.
Yep. He's like, "Ooh,
I have to
nobody's
ask. I
here."
have to ask my mom what my first words were. That sounds like it could be a dangerous question.
Yeah.
Because what if it's like booby? Because I was breastfeeding or
Oh,
something.
he
Could
knows
be.
that.
I don't
one.
need
Yeah,
that.
he
Could
knows
be.
that one.
You don't really want to know that, do you?
Your first word was
Yeah.
probably touch hole.
That
That's such a great word. It's one of my favorites.
and when you touch the touch hole, it's a flaming touch hole once
Yes.
you light it.
Got to make sure you got
This
to
is
get
totally
wad.
in the manual.
Make sure you got to get a good wad though.
Is this like a smithing thing?
No,
A
a
touch
cannon.
hole?
This is canon innuendo.
No, cannons. Yeah, you know where they put the fuse and they light it on the back with the it goes like you've seen cartoons with the cannon. The thing that fuse goes in, or you put powder in, is called a touch hole. You touch the flame to the touch hole. That innuendo is very strong.
Yes, yes,
Difficult one to grasp.
That's why I said earlier in the shed we were talking, and I was like, it's amazing how homophobic people come up with the gayest name for things. Like, what's this packing that you put in here to load up the cannon? Well, you put in your load, and then you put in your wad. And then you touch the flame to the touch hole, and you blow your wad. Like, wow.
That's proper terminology right there. There's nothing improper about what.
And you got to be careful. You got to watch out for blowback. It sounds like a great time.
Sure, sure.
Joe loves the wad.
Sounds like a bunch of freaks is what it sounds like.
They were. Whoever came up with that name.
It's yeah. Well, I don't know.
I wonder if there was a list. Like, what should we call it? Circle of fire? Nah.
See, no. When
Tubi flame thing?
when cannons were invented, there was no real concept of touch hole being a
sexual
yeah,
thing.
A sexual.
Yeah.
That's what you think.
It was just the
Oh,
sexual
so I'm
thing.
the asshole.
Yeah.
Okay,
So
well,
it's
no,
all
I'll own it. I can do that.
you. You dirty touch hole. Dirty. What other shows you got coming up, D?
Well, we could talk about Via Entertainment.
Yes.
Because I'll bet the audience doesn't know that there is a comedy club at the Viaport Mall, formerly known as the Rotterdam Square Mall.
Right across
No
from
one's
the
ever-
aquarium.
No one's ever going to call it Viaport.
No, at least nobody from here.
No. Mm-mm.
I'm happy you're saying that because I am a local. Like I grew up down the road.
Mm-hmm.
And I worked at Rotterdam Square Mall for many, many years. And it's one of those things like, okay, do you call it Mohawk Commons or Mohawk Mall?
I do now, but it took a long time.
Okay, so maybe Via will kick in for you.
It's going to be a while, though.
It
Yeah,
took a lot
I know
of
Mohawk Mall took a good 10 years.
Yeah, it
So
took
I'll
a lot.
give you
It
that.
took a lot of cultivating
Yeah.
for that. It's Mohawk Commons. They have the Target. They have all this other stuff. I mean, they replaced everything.
it's-
No, they
And then
demolished the mall.
They-
What
everything.
we knew is
Then
the
you-
mall is gone.
Yeah, no,
so
it's-
Yeah.
No.
Then you can change the name.
Yeah.
Even the
It's like-
Bradleys
But if
is
it's the
gone?
same place,
Calvin's
yes, the Bradleys is gone. Yes. JM Fields also gone. Yeah.
Tape World gone.
Gone.
I miss Media World.
Media play.
Media
Media
play.
play,
Yeah.
that's it.
Get it right now.
Did they have a back room where the kids weren't allowed?
I don't-
In media play?
No.
I don't remember that.
Oh, I'm thinking
I
of a
don't
different kind of
you
story.
must be thinking of something.
Media Play was the shit back in the day.
Hell yeah, it
That
was.
I loved going to Media Play. That was it was the music, movies, electronics.
Everything.
It was good stuff.
So like the Viaport, it's like somebody buys the Empire State Building and goes, I'm going to call that building Steve now.
Right.
And you go,
Exactly it.
No, you can't do
Steve,
that.
that's
It's-
stupid.
It's still that. It's still that.
It's a bad analogy.
It
but-
is.
but
No, but it's correct.
Yeah,
It's
it's
exactly
correct.
correct. Because Viaport is the worst mall name in America.
It's Steve.
Yes, it is.
It would be the
I'm going
worst.
to Rotterdam Steve.
It would be the worst name if it was the only one.
I was
There
gonna
are
say,
other
there is
Via.
other Via.
Yeah, there are other ones. It's true.
So it's
Yeah.
Oh,
the
it's a
brand.
chain.
It's the branding. Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, okay.
So
And I suppose since I worked there, I probably shouldn't be.
My
Yeah.
favorite part of the mall is where you can see where they took the signs down, but the dirt is still behind all the letters.
yeah. They haven't quite scrubbed it off yet.
Those Macy's letters are still there.
You been to the aquarium?
I have actually. They had a VIP opening the first day. Me and the kids were able to go to that. That was cool. It's nice. It's very nice.
I've gone twice. I have a season pass.
Me too.
It's
Well, they gave me the season pass.
okay.
New
They are
money.
hooking you up a little
Yeah,
bit there.
a little bit.
But-
Every time they piss me off, they try to hook me up with something and appease me.
Okay, we'll discuss that more because I was going to ask you earlier how things
it's going good.
off the air.
It's
You
no,
know,
it's going good. It's going good. The shows, the audiences are building. The shows have been going pretty well. It's right across from the aquarium
Mhm.
in where the bowling and the games, Social House restaurant is there. That's where the comedy.
You found
club
the
is.
arcade. You
They
found
actually do
the
have a
comedy
lot of
club.
fun
Yeah.
stuff there. I haven't been to the aquarium. What's the biggest fish they have there? I've heard only great things about it too. It's like, it's really good.
The biggest fish
Is the customer?
there was some I don't know, larger shark looking fish.
Yeah, there
in
was.
in the walk-through dome.
Right. When you
thing.
first
Oh,
walk
they've
in.
got one of those tubes.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
and,
yeah.
and it's not just like a 6-foot tube.
Nope,
It's
it's
actually
pretty
very long.
Yep.
Shit, cool.
The giant pufferfish.
Oh, they're
Those are
Yep.
fun.
Fugu.
Pretty big.
porcupine
so, yeah.
fish.
I found that the gift shop at the end, you know how they have you exit through the gift shop.
Yeah, of course.
Oh, yeah.
That's.
Yeah, that's what but it's reasonable though. It's very reasonably priced.
I was shocked.
I was
and
very
and I
surprised.
agree because my wife went one way. I was looking at other stuff, and she comes back, and my child has a stuffed animal in his hand of a Nemo-looking fish,
Mhm.
and I went, "What the fuck are you doing?" Like with my eyes, I looked at her and like, "Why are you fucking? That's a $15 motherfucking orange fish."
But
that
it
costs
wasn't.
like $1. It was like $4.
Yeah, wasn't bad.
So I was like,
I get all my kids'
Fine.
toys at PetSmart. They're durable.
yeah. Your kids love the Kong.
Oh yeah, chew on them. And you put the treats on the inside.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's like the monkey and the coconut. They can't figure it out. They're so dumb.
Fun to watch though, right?
So did the comedy club get the audio sorted out? It's not broadcasting through the whole mall now, right?
Oh yeah. Forgot about it.
So
Well done, Jefferson. Let's bring that back.
So people watching at home, Joe
This has been
Green.
discussed, so it was awesome.
Oh, you already discussed this on the show.
oh,
Probably what
but-
happened.
But
we talked
your
about it.
perspective is going to be brilliant for this.
So Joe Green is one of my go-to hosts. If I can't be there, it's either going to be Joe or a couple of other people. So that this particular night I was there and Joe was there doing his thing on the stage. So we're standing there watching, the lights are all set, the audience is ready, Joe's doing his thing. All of a sudden, a staff person runs in. Oh my gosh, the comedian is broadcasting into the arcade. And I'm like, okay. So I'm like, this with Joe. He's not getting it.
I actually said, I was like, no, the mic is fine. It's still
Yeah.
on. Okay.
Mike
was
is
the-
fine. We know, Joe. It's way fine.
Everybody knows the mic is good.
So we had to stop the show. And jeez.
But
It was great when you were like doing this. I saw Greg do that, then I saw you do it, and I was like, "Oh, that's okay." And then you said, "You're broadcasting into the
Yeah,
wall."
I finally just had to say it.
And I immediately started sweating.
Yeah.
So much.
there was a 7-year-old standing out front of Kmart that heard Joe Green say cunt.
No.
No, I didn't say cunt. It was
No, he hadn't gotten it. He hadn't
No,
he hadn't
it's-
geared up to that
Saying,
yet.
it was,
But the worst thing was they couldn't figure out what was wrong. So for what, a half an hour?
it was an intermission. Yeah, there was an
For
intermission.
20 minutes to a half an hour, they could
That
not
is
figure
brutal.
out. So there was another local comic, Pat
Berry.
DeBerry was there. Happened to have his sound system in his car, brings it in, sets it up.
He always comes.
We
prepared.
carry on.
He keeps his sound system where he sleeps. That's
Mhm.
dedication.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if dedication is what you want to call it, but
Mhm.
it came in well. It came in handy
Oh
that
no,
night.
he's go-to every time. The guy's,
No,
that
but
guy's a rock.
that was great. It was really great.
Yeah.
And the show went
But,
on.
but
to success.
just how we started the show, and we'll call it a callback. Don't you love fucking technology?
Oh, I do.
Oh, it's
When it works,
just-
it's great.
Oh, of
but
course, when it works,
when
it's
it
the
doesn't.
best shit ever. But when you can't text properly, you get angry. Let alone Joe Green
Yeah.
about ready to drop some bombs throughout the entire mall.
Joe Green
Why am I
Influencing-
influencing them? Don Rickles.
influencing
bombs.
the youth.
Yeah.
That's what Joe Green does.
Man.
Yeah, that's what she said. She was like, "Are you broadcasting out to the whole place?" And I was like,
Ooh,
"Oh shit!"
out into
I-
the whole place.
So I held the mic. I just held it away because it was like this
Get it
thing
away
has-
from my mouth.
yeah, he's got herpes now. I just
Oh my gosh, that was great. Hopefully that won't have. That was probably a month ago,
I was maybe
about
two.
2 months ago. So we haven't had that problem
It didn't
since.
work
Well,
again.
I think they know that I can't handle that again.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
No,
can't
get-
handle
get
that.
shit-
again.
I either get your shit right
Yeah,
or show me what I need to do to make sure my shit's right.
exactly,
That's
exactly.
That's how
So
I-
the next show at Via is on, let me see here, February 25th. Headliner is Marty Caproni. Feature is Chanel Ali.
he's the Italian guy.
I would assume from that name he's Italian.
Okay.
I'm glad you said
Either
that.
that or
He's very funny, though. I worked with him at Saratoga Winery about a month ago. Cat Brodus is opening, and the host that night will be Lauren Turczak.
there you go.
And then March 11th, Dwayne Murphy Jr. is the headliner. Steve Rinaldi is the feature. Cody Montaigne is the opener, and Russ Davignon is hosting.
Well, Russ Davignon back from the dead.
Yes,
Is
I
this,
resurrected
first?
him.
This is
it's been a while.
He's been doing sit-ups,
Wow.
Pally, punching a bag.
Yeah.
And I don't mean Colleen.
Well,
Go make me a sandwich.
Wow. I have no idea
I'm a
how
fucking
relevant
dead
the
man, I know it.
sandwiches here in the show.
Sandwiches.
Sandwiches is just. I want sandwiches at Whispering Pines.
I must be
That's how
code
I
for
wanna
something. I
die.
don't even want
So-
to know.
No, that's how I want to die. I want sandwiches at a
Retirement home
called Whispering Pines,
Whispering Pines.
where they just
where the pines whisper.
where they just
The
eventually
orderlies do
kill me.
awful
It's,
things.
it's a
Kill
thing
me.
that we made up that it's the worst elder care facility. It's just pure abuse. It's basically- like he came up with one of the best lines: "Whispering Pines, all our orderlies wear condoms." And it's like, yeah, it's that kind of place.
Do you really want a sandwich made by an orderly wearing
Because
a
that's a golf course.
It's a golf course in
Whispering
Rotterdam,
Pines.
actually. Whispering Pines.
Whispering Pines.
Not far.
We
from
turned
here.
it into a horrific.
Horrific elder care.
Yeah. It came up in conversation.
Well,
someone's
they
like,
don't
"Wow,
call you
that's-
people twisted for nothing.
They keep us in shape by making us dig graves for the other ones.
I think I pulled back a super callback tonight to the Whispering Pines. That's like 100 shows ago, right there.
Yeah,
Oh, but it was so
forever.
fun.
Oh,
That was one
God.
of the funniest fucking things, man. Jesus. I
Don't
laughed.
blame Jesus for your.
Oh, yeah,
twistedness.
well, that's true.
I don't think he had anything to do with it.
No,
No.
Whispering Pines.
If he created
Don't
me,
fall
he
down.
created Whispering Pines in my
Probably
brain.
did.
I
create the
laughed
Whispering
so
Pines.
goddamn hard that day. Man, that was funny.
Don't fall down.
And if I recall, that was a Pat DeBerry show.
Ah,
Yes, it
Yes,
was. That
yes,
was
he
it
brings
was.
it out of you, doesn't he?
Something.
Yeah.
He brings something out.
Yeah.
Speaking of that, a guy robbed the local bank. What was it? The Trustco?
The Trustco Bank. Yes.
Yes. And
At
his
the Mohawk
getaway,
Commons.
his mode of getting
All
away
I'm
was-
hoping.
Usually it's the Crane Street one, but
No. The Commons.
the bus doesn't
and
run along that way.
I'm watching the news, and there's the Trustco Bank was robbed today. The getaway was the 905 bus, CDTA, and I'm like, what? Seriously, what I'm hoping he did not plan this.
oh no, come on, give him the benefit of the
No,
doubt.
I'm hoping that he was in
He
line.
was smart enough to rob a bank.
No,
He's
no,
going to
no,
be
no.
smart enough to
I
catch
think-
the 905 as soon as it arrives.
I'm thinking maybe
He's a robber looking at his watch.
Yeah, his bus is fucking late.
it's coming. It's coming.
They think he's timing the cops, but he's
Yeah.
just making sure he's not missing the bus. I got 30 seconds. Fuck, let's go.
No, I'm hoping that he was in line, that this was a spur of the moment thing.
Yeah.
And he decided, hey,
Fuck
I'm going to rob this bank. And then ran out, and the 905 was there.
That sounds like a fun person to hang out with. Like you're just
He just
hanging out.
grabbed the
Everything's
first
normal.
bill that he stuffed in his pocket that the bank teller gave him and slid it
Oh
in the
my
machine
gosh.
as he got on the
yeah,
bus.
so I asked before, like
That was 100. Fuck.
so like to the listeners, I'll ask you: the guy robs a bank, he gets on the bus. In
Mhm.
your mind, white or black? What was he? What's
Well, sir,
We answered this question pre-show if you were paying attention.
yes, I did, but now we're in the,
Yeah,
into
yeah.
the show.
I think his skin tone was close to mine.
So he's black, and it's funny because I've heard of other things where I'm like, that's a white guy.
Oh, yeah.
Because a few years ago there was a guy in Schenectady, like on Erie Boulevard. He got on the bus and he attacked a cop, and I think the cop shot him and killed him, or at least shot him.
Yeah.
And he was a police officer attacked by a man with a samurai sword.
That's
I
a
was-
white guy.
I
That's
was
a
like,
white guy.
yeah, that's
Yeah.
the
It works
heroin.
both
white
ways. It works both
So-
ways.
Oh yeah, I was like, white trash.
White guys are always doing crazy shit.
I see the samurai sword would have been a seesaw for me, and I give credit to that to Jefferson.
What did I do?
I'm gonna sum it up in three
Jefferson's
parts.
like, don't pull me into your
in
madness.
3 parts.
Pull your mind my business.
The Wu-Tang Clan. That's it was. You watch the Wu-Tang shit, and you're like, why are these black guys talking about like ninjas and samurais?
Fair enough.
And I don't
Yeah.
get it.
See, because they're into the culture.
Yes,
White
yes.
guys are like QVC, sword. I'm an asshole.
I was listening. But
they don't put any
but
effort into learning anything.
I'm like listening to like 9 Inch Nails and Nirvana, Alice in Chains, and then something like Wu-Tang Clan is introduced into my vernacular.
Something that blows your mind.
And I'm like,
it's nothing.
I can understand. I get it. But what's with like the ninja shit?
Ninjas are awesome.
I still don't really understand why.
Have you ever seen a ninja?
Asian
No,
culture.
if you saw a ninja, they're doing it wrong.
Are you talking about ninjas or are you talking about ninjas?
My ninjas.
I'm back.
Oh, yeah, no, ninjas.
Just checking.
My ninjas. There's my ninjas, and then there's
No.
my favorite
No.
term.
No.
There you're back.
Monica.
Monica?
Monica.
You're talking to an old lady here, so.
no, Monica.
Oh, gotcha.
There
I
you
got it. You had to slow it down a little bit for me.
That is my favorite Jeff Crawford piece right there.
It took me about 20 minutes.
Yeah, me too. I didn't catch that when I first did it.
Monica. It's
Whatever.
it's if there was ever something a white guy could say and get away with it, it is that and only that.
No, it's
No.
not.
I'm saying
no,
if.
it's Jefferson.
No, because
No.
like the first 2 times you hear it, goes right over your head. Goes right over. It's
But
working.
All
But
right.
then,
It's
Okay.
your headphones because you touched something. I
All
don't
right,
know.
cool.
stop touching things.
Stop touching your touch hole.
No,
Damn
I
you,
didn't. That's not what I said.
Monica.
What'd you call me?
Oh, I do.
Sorry.
Maybe it was okay when Jeff Crawford was saying it. No,
Holy shit. Yeah.
no, that's.
Yeah, he's in the tribe. Jewish and black.
I
Jewish
didn't-
and
yeah.
black.
Oh no, he's not Jewish. He's.
There's something mixed in
Jewish
there.
and black. And Jews, they call each other members of the tribe.
They do.
Yes.
They do.
Yeah.
And Joe does keep cutting in and out. I don't know what's going
Yeah,
on
I
there.
think it's the end of his microphone.
You got any?
Technology.
I know.
It's the best part of the show right here.
Well, now he's definitely
Now you're
out.
gone.
Oh.
What?
Oh.
Ah, fuck it. Don't worry about it.
We only got 10
It
minutes
works.
left.
I hear you fine.
Okay.
So you're fine to my ears. I think it's your headphones or something. I don't know.
Use your
See,
voice, Joe.
At least
Use
you're
your
not
words.
broadcasting out to the parking lot out front here, Joe.
Out in the
Enunciate.
street.
God, if I could
Oh,
broadcast
that was-
this show to the street.
How fun would that be? Let's do a live show. I mean,
Might get carted off though.
We're doing
somewhere.
it.
I know. I was gonna say we are doing a fuck.
Yeah, but in front of people where we can like have to watch what we say and stuff.
No.
Were you all watching what you were saying? Really? Is that what you were doing?
No, in front of people.
Oh, I was gonna say because
Yeah.
it didn't seem like you were watching what you were saying.
That's what's great about down here.
It's our a special little snowflake safe
It's
house
our safe space.
where we can like use crayons and color and we can express ourselves
I can get in touch with my feeling.
and at the
My
end,
feeling.
Yeah, just the one.
the one
That's all. That's
Just
it.
that one feeling.
Yeah.
the one that can't believe Hillary only
My
won the
therapist
popular
calls it
vote.
pecker.
That
Dentist.
his dentist is one the rapist. Okay. Is
Oh,
one-
shit.
Oh, here's one more show. There's one more show. There's a fundraiser for Planned Parenthood at the Funny Bone
Which
on
si-
March 23rd.
Which side?
Which side?
Yeah, I'm kidding.
Which side of Planned Parenthood
Well, yeah. There's 2 sides to every Planned Parenthood.
is there?
It's a pro Planned Parenthood show. It's a fundraiser
Yes,
for them. Oh,
yes,
good.
for them. Fundraiser.
Yeah.
Because I would say the other one would be really awkward.
Yeah.
Be an interesting crowd for that one, wouldn't
Who's uptight?
Hope we don't
Maybe I'll
get.
just
We
stare
love
at
comedy. Fuck Planned Parenthood.
it? Ooh.
Sorry.
Aaron Harks is
Rough
producing
room.
that show.
All right.
So
She's
that'll be
cute.
fun. She's cute, you said?
I said she's good. If you
Oh,
say,
she's good.
Yeah, if you even say Freebird around,
I had to
she'll kill you.
rethink what I heard in my head because I heard
Wait.
the same thing. And I went, no, he didn't say that.
She
He
is
said
cute though. She's pretty. She's not. Yeah. But she's good.
Not a fan of Freebird?
Shh.
Well, you said it.
No. If you say Freebird, she'll get because she's a musician. She plays guitar and she's heard every drunk asshole in the world. Freebird.
I do that at the bar when I'm not drunk.
Yeah.
As soon as a band comes
You're
up,
that
I'm,
guy.
I'm yelling Freebird at them, man.
that. See, I fuck with them and yell,
It
play
always
Du Hast. I need to hear Du Hast and mess with them. And oddly enough, half of them know what I'm talking about. And
It
try.
killed. The Freebird killed one time on the street in Lake George.
That was-
Set up punch.
Yeah, it's, and the only other time he had a microphone in his hand, he probably should have done it.
The Freebird, yeah.
Yeah. If you'd done that, Dave's wedding.
Oh, that would have been great.
Just edit.
Drop the mic.
Freebird, yeah, drop the mic. Yep. Wow.
I got another best man thing coming up in May. I got to think of some shit for.
Let Joe write that for you,
I should.
and then we need to record it. This will
You
be
want to write my brother's best man speech for me?
Yeah, I can handle that.
Yeah. We'll sit down. When is it?
May.
Okay, so we got a little time.
Yeah.
We'll sit down before a show and we'll get some specifics.
He's a really nice
about
guy.
your brother.
He's a nice dude. I've known him for a long time. He's the only guy I know that ever had a dog that committed suicide.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I can do this.
Yeah.
I think I can handle
Yeah. Roast your brother. That's
That'll work.
Oh my
So-
gosh, a dog that committed suicide.
Well, I'm saying he's a nice guy.
How does that make him? I don't.
He's a cat
understand.
person.
Oh, okay. Well,
He does have one of each. Huh?
He just calls his wife the dog. Oh,
Hey. But
wow.
one of these things just don't belong here.
It's Jefferson.
No, it's
Yeah.
me.
No,
Definitely me.
No.
it's
It's
Jefferson.
Jefferson.
I was about to say he's the only one that listens to rap, and that is incorrect.
and you never know.
Are you into rap? Like
What
from a
music?
cultural
Yeah.
standpoint, like
There's some.
rap?
Some of it I like, but not very much.
I'm
okay.
picky about
But I'm
it.
an old lady though, so you know.
Yeah, well,
Yeah, me too.
But,
Snoop Dogg's earlier stuff.
yeah, but this guy, we've got Rap Central, and we've got at least Busta Rhymes.
Oh, Busta Rhymes. Yeah, Busta
That's
Rhymes.
his jam.
Yeah. Yes, he's a very fast rap. He's very good.
All I got is fucking Vanilla Ice and Snow.
Oh, stop it.
Yeah, but see, my
No, it's bad.
What?
Like I know.
see, but I've got the
songs.
Busta Rhymes Kryptonite with the George Michael on my Pandora.
Sure.
What?
So
I'm sorry. What?
Okay, no,
the Busta Rhymes Kryptonite, like there's a balance.
He
to
has
it.
the balance. I
Like, I
understand.
really like Busta Rhymes, but on the other hand, I can totally get down to Silent Whisper.
Yeah, he's
Careless whisper.
So whatever.
Silent whisper.
Yeah, Silent Whisper. It's like fun.
Oh boy.
that was code for shut the fuck up. Just be silent.
Ah,
Never gonna dance.
careless whisper.
Yeah, I didn't see. I just sing along to it. It's awesome for years.
I
I don't care that he's dead. He's still alive in my mind. I mean,
You know what's funny to me? You know how not that Prince is dead, but
he is.
I know that's not what's funny.
He's just saying it's not funny.
What's funny is that as soon
Still
like
fact.
what's he been dead 6 months?
Yeah,
About that?
about
Feels-
that.
All his stuff's already up on iTunes, and he hated iTunes
And Spotify, too.
it wasn't up on iTunes.
Nothing.
No.
You could not get his music digitally anywhere.
No, because he had
What's he
complete
gonna
control
do?
over his
Yeah.
music.
Yeah. It was all
Huh.
his, and I think his sister has it now or some shit like that. And she
Sure.
put it
Push
all
the
on.
button. Show me the money.
Like, oh, this
Yeah.
poor guy.
I don't know.
I wonder if he's unhappy where he is now, looking down on all of this.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's a
Moment of
comedy
silence
show.
for Prince.
Yeah, that was most. I
I
just kept going back to that they did a tribute to Prince on the last Grammys.
Grammys, yeah.
And I didn't see the Bruno Mars performance, which was the actual
Tribute.
tributes.
Mhm.
But who played before him? Who what I saw kind of coined as the real tribute was the Times.
Oh, I didn't get to see either one of them.
I
gotta
did
look it up.
watch that today,
The
and I
what?
went, oh god damn it!
Time. It's time.
I don't know, yeah,
the time.
Morris Day.
Morris Day and the Time.
Morris Day in the
And
time.
yeah.
Oh,
She is correct, but I didn't want to throw the name in there because they weren't introduced that way on the show,
Right.
And I don't know if that was done purposely or how they were.
How were they
instructed.
introduced?
He must have said the time.
Right.
Back together, the entire band.
Yeah.
The time.
They haven't been together in a long time.
Yeah. And they rocked out and they gave props to Prince and stuff, and they made people get up and dance, and they did what they were supposed to do and rocked it the fuck out and went oh. So it was pretty awesome.
I gotta look it up. I just didn't watch it.
Morris Day in the time.
Morris Day in the time.
I love the bit with the mirror. And he's all.
Oh yeah, they totally did the mirror.
Oh,
They
yeah.
totally
Oh,
did
yeah.
the mirror.
Oh, you got
Yep.
it. And then the cape at the end. When
Yeah.
they, put the cape
They
over,
didn't
like
do a
James
cape
Brown.
on the end. That was the James Brown thing. But
Well,
I
they
don't
did
know
that
if
with
yeah, they
Morris Day.
did not do they just kind of cut and walked off after it. But it
You
went,
got to do the.
it
mirror
went
with
over
us.
well. Dee, it's been fantastic having you on the show.
Thanks for having me again.
We will. Was this so bad?
No, of
And
course
are
not.
you a changed
Well,
person?
if it was bad, I wouldn't have come back. I would have learned from the first time.
I don't know. Sometimes people like to, punched themselves twice. I don't know.
Sometimes you have to make sure it was bad.
Yeah.
So are we gonna
Do it
change?
again.
Are we gonna change the name of the show to 3 White Guys and Me?
Yeah.
3 white guys and D. Wow.
We got to have the cranky landlord. Who's
Yeah.
going to be that? That's Russ.
Keep it real.
Russ
Yeah,
is
we
the
could have Russ definitely could
He's
play
the
that.
lovable cranky landlord. I said, make me a sandwich. I don't want to make me a sandwich. And this comes off screen. Somebody makes a living just doing the voice. It's like the guy in the fence from the Tool Time show.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, Wilson.
I made a living being a pair of eyes over a
Yeah.
fence. He didn't know if I was
Yeah.
shitting or not watching.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'll give you a call back when I see my son peering over the back. All I think of is Wilson. That's all I really.
A tiny
see.
shitting Wilson.
Yeah, you're just sitting there. Heidi ho, neighbor! Shut the fuck up and shit, son.
Did you see the game?
Yeah, that's how it was.
Wilson, you're not even hiding it.
Jefferson,
I know.
Jefferson got anything cool coming up this week?
Not that I'm aware of.
Well, you keep
We'll see
it,
what
you keep
happens.
it the same old. Enjoy,
Yeah.
enjoy leg day. Joe, what do you got coming up, man?
Starting an open mic at the Renaissance Restaurant at 820 Eastern Avenue. It's going to be one of the new tap routes of the new Arts District in Lower Schenectady on Eastern Avenue. And it's going to be a lot of fun. And on March 3rd, we have Vinnie, Mark, Pat DeBerry, and me hosting a comedy show on March 3rd. For tickets,
Where is the one on March 3rd?
it's at the same fucking place. Oh,
The
God,
Taproot Central, yo.
you're so special.
Don't know what
I'm-
Taproot means. I will ask afterwards.
I'm sorry. It sounded like he misspoke because he said March 3rd twice.
Yeah.
He said
It's
at
on March
3rd
okay,
on
all
the
right,
March 3rd.
You're right.
side.
I'm sorry. I'm being defensive and rude.
That's like me repeating myself 3 times at the end of the show because I forgot what I was going to
I
say.
have to apologize for my hackles being up there for a second. I'm sorry, asshole.
I wanted to make sure he had it right is all.
Yes,
oh,
yes.
he's
March
looking-
3rd
he's
at
looking
the
out.
Renaissance Restaurant. Beautiful place. It's a converted church, one of the tallest buildings in the city. It's freaking huge, completely renovated and spotless. And the open mic is going to be every Wednesday night. Sign up start at 8:30. Showtime starts at 9 o'clock sharp, starting next Wednesday, the 22nd.
The Taproot.
$25 to the funniest person at a little buffet and some other little prizes. Hope you like candles.
It's a church. They got lots of them.
Yeah, this is
Make
like
sure to check out Dave Canyon's
it's like a Sting
podcast.
video up there. It's crazy.
Dumbing It Down with Dave. Fastest podcast on earth, telling you life how it ought to be. Check him out on Spreaker. Search Dave Canyon. Email him at dumbingitdownwithdave@yahoo.com.
I'm also hosting a show for Ethan Ullman on the 24th at Sliding Dirty over in Troy, New York. Sliding Dirty on the 24th of this month.
It's a fantastic joint.
Sounds
It's a
great.
good name.
Sliding
Slide
dirty.
Sliding dirty
Make
into
sure-
those DMs.
Make sure to check out Dave's 58th show. Stuck in the Middle with You. Please stop the hatred.
Sliding Dirty sounds gross. If you ever watch porn, it does, you do the normal sex, right? And then they do the anal. And then they go back to the other kind. And it's like, oh.
That's called truffle butter.
Okay, good night, everybody.
My friends call me
Good night.
Freaky. Thank you all for tuning in. Why is
I'm
this
gonna
working?
shit.
Oh, Jesus Christ. I can't even end the show because technology is just truffle buttering me. Unreal. Why isn't it working now? It should be working. Fucking technology. Yeah, I unmuted it, but the volume was low.
I have bills to pay. I have things to fix and repair and purchase.
What the fuck is that? It's Dave Canyon.
It oddly works over our music.
Technology. Yeah. No, it's all right. I'm playing.
What a
Dave
mess.
Canyon.
Just
Yeah.
end it.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna keep it going.
Hit the switch.
Holy crap. Never heard of truffle butter? Obviously not. I'm going to say that next time I fly. We're going to search your bags. Truffle butter. Just go through the line. Did he call us?
Just move on, sir. That's fine. Take your bag.
Leave that one alone. That was code.